You know, you start social media because you have a passion for something and you really want to share it with everybody. And then you start to get an audience from it. And then people's opinions of how you should do that thing start to influence you. And then you have this battle of the opinions of others with your own mindset and your own ego and how you should do things. It's like having a second voice in your head that's always making you think twice. And I freaking hate thinking twice because my whole life I've struggled with that exact battle. I grew up homeschooled. I think a lot of you guys know that. I had a hard time balancing trying to fit in with being my weird, funky, awesome self. I actually remember back in high school, me and my friends in freshman year would make these videos where we do like the weirdest stuff, and people at high school thought we were so weird, but we just didn't care. We do things like have slap contests, or I would run around my backyard and let my friends shoot me with paintball guns, but it was just fun, and I didn't care what people thought about me at all. And it was always really, really difficult for me because I wanted to fit in, but I didn't want to lose myself. So this morning, I woke up with a big pimple on my lip. You can see it right here. And I started to record a story for my Instagram, and then bam, that voice came out in my head. It reminded me that the last time I shared a video with a pimple on my lip on YouTube, I got comments telling me it's a sign that something's wrong with my body, or people were saying, I didn't subscribe to see your gross pimples, or it's a disease, gross. So I almost didn't post on Instagram, and it actually occurred to me that maybe I should just hide my pimple for a few days and then just pretend it never happened. Quite a few years ago, I used to post acne content on this channel actually, and you might have followed me back then, but eventually in about 2019, I decided to make a second channel called Team Acne so I could share my acne content over there instead, which I still do every single week because a lot of the comments were pretty much just like the ones I just mentioned. Everyone struggles with trying to be perfect in everyone else's eyes, but I feel like with social media, it's amplified it for me, and it's in every part of my life that I have that kind of struggle going on. So like, for example, when I've been injured and I don't look as muscular as usual, my physique isn't as on point, I feel less encouraged to share my body because I know that I'm a role model for a lot of people to go vegan because of my physique. And then there's even small dumb things like when I make a meal that looks terrible, I don't want to share it. Or if I buy something and it's shipped in plastic, I try to hide that. Or if my skin's not looking good, I'll sometimes shy away like I just mentioned. I really don't like it, and I'm freaking done with it. I just realized something earlier today. I was slacklining and I was just really thinking in my own head. I didn't start creating content to fit in or to impress people. I created it out of literally pure passion. As it became my job, I realized that I started trying to fit my content into the perfect mold, and I lost some of my goofy freedom. And I'm realizing now that I have so much freedom and I can do and say whatever I want, and I'm really in a great position in my life. I don't want to take this freedom for granted, and it just struck me like a friggin' freight train. Like, you don't want to look back and regret any of the time that you had where you weren't doing exactly what you felt called to do. And that's when I decided that this year I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna be whoever I wanna be, and I'm gonna be following anything that calls my name. I'm not gonna be worrying about what anyone thinks. This still sounds kind of crazy to me, but like this year, I'm gonna start mountaineering. So that's like mountain climbing, like Mount Everest and stuff. Maybe not Mount Everest quite yet, but I'm gonna be training to tackle some big mountains down the line, and I'm gonna start my training actually next month. This has me freaking excited, and that's how I know it's something I need to do right now while I have the freedom for it. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me, of course, and I'm excited to share the journey with you, and especially the struggles, because I really want to challenge myself and do things that get me out of my comfort zone and are difficult and even sometimes painful, and that's exciting to me. I'm also making a pledge to actively work on caring less about trying to be perfect or trying to please anyone other than myself and doing the perfect thing. I want to be more spur of the moment and maybe even like a little bit reckless, like I did when I didn't care about responsibilities. If you haven't yet, I really want you to subscribe to my acne channel, Team Acne, if skincare or self-esteem is something that you're trying to, learn about, or if you're interested in. And also subscribe to my investment channel, Brian Turner Invests, if you want to learn how to gain financial freedom yourself. I'm super passionate about both of those channels, and I'll put the links to the channels in the comments below, but I post content on there every single week. I really want you guys to check those channels out. It's something I really am passionate about. I love. I also love this channel, so don't worry, I'm not gonna stop making content for you guys. You know how much I've enjoyed cooking and learning new flavors, so don't worry. I'm still gonna be posting every single week with stuff like that, but expect to see some new types of content this year because, like I said, I'm gonna start doing things that I wanna do and not worry about what anyone thinks about it. If anybody thinks it's weird or if it's cool or whatever, I'm gonna be following my biggest passions this year because I'm really realizing that the time you don't spend doing what you love and what you're extremely passionate about eventually becomes time that's wasted. And it's crazy, but time goes by really fast. Since the beginning of the whole pandemic thing, I feel like it's been a year now, and I feel like that year has gone by like in a flash. And I really don't want the next year to go by in a flash, and then the next year to go by in a flash, and then eventually I can't climb 30,000 foot mountains or follow my rap career, which low-key is something else that I'm gonna start doing the year after this one, or the next one, at some point pretty soon here. But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in here. You guys are so awesome. You're always so encouraging to me. I just love that I'm able to grow with you and stuff. And I'm sorry if you felt like maybe I have kind of capped myself into a box, or I'm trying to, you know, fit the perfect mold for other people. If you feel like maybe I haven't been my true self, I feel like I try to present myself as truly and as transparently as possible, but I do fall into that, you know, trying to be perfect mold and trying to make the perfect content and all that kind of stuff. As always, if you do want to support the channel, a great way to do it is to purchase my Vegan Beginner's Guidebook, or you can purchase my vegan recipe book, or both at the same time for a bundle. It's all on eatveganordieTrying.com. Subscribe to my other channels. It's another great way to support me, and that's pretty much it. And also hit that notification bell so that you get alerts whenever I upload new videos. That way you can be first in here. Leave some comments, leave some likes. It's a great way to support the channel as well. And with that, my beautiful friends and family, I'll see you all in the very next video.
Team Beyond the Week.